Hi, this is Marsha Ambrosius, and you're tuned into MoreSipTV.com.
Congratulations on your new album.
Late nights and early mornings.
And why did you name it Late Nights and Early Mornings? I'm guessing you experience a lot of both.
Stop it. I have like outside sources encouraging me to give the real answer, but I'll just give you the PC version. It's the life I live. So life as an artist, late nights in the studio, early mornings, doing press and then shows and everything else in between, and then, you know, possibly a late night with that special someone and a early morning eating Belgian waffles in bed.
When you're eating your Belgian waffles, who do you like to eat them with?
Well, that depends on where I am. I guess because I travel so much.
Right.
I don't mind spending it with my pillow, as my time is completely consumed with just my album. So I'll wake up with my iPad too, with the album playing, and go on to create another day and see what happens.
So are you single right now?
Single, yes, if that's what you want to call it. I am that.
I want to call it whatever you want to call it. Are you looking for Mr. Right?
I never look for it. I'll see what happens and where life takes me, but I'm not knocking anything. If you're there, you're there. I'm here.
Well, what do you like? What's your type? Do you have a type?
I don't have a type. I'm attracted to whoever I'm attracted to. I guess I do have a type, but they don't look the same. The personality may be the same. Like what makes me like you will be the same thing. But yeah, he's an all-around, fun-loving man, and I like him.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you said man, because I know some of your Flowetry Day people were questioning whether you were straight or...
Which
how do you react?
Really weird. I don't know why people would question it, especially without knowing me. I think being that I do have, you know, access to my fans, unlike the way I used to back in Flowetry days. I have Twitter, I have Ustream, and being that I am who I am, the last thing I would hide about myself is my sexuality. If I was a lesbian, I would be so blatant about that, but you know, I'm just not into girls. The only girl I'm into is me. The only thing I've ever had was mine, and that's because I had his first to the man. So I'm not knocking anyone that is that, and I can't even take some of them as complimentary, as, you know, it's kind of force-fed as far as, you know, thank you for the cappuccino. It's force-fed to you to be something that people believe you are. So to lesbians who wanted me to be, thanks. That means you want me to be? Okay, cool. But I'm not. Sorry. To dudes that thought I was, it's not that I'm a lesbian, it's just that I don't want you. It doesn't make me a lesbian. It's just that I didn't want to be with you. And that's pretty much it.
Let's talk about this huge reaction to your single Far Away.
It's been a wonderful, overwhelming response, whether it was negative or positive, to Far Away. What it did do is open dialogue between people who weren't speaking on the subject. I think many people had had experiences, many people have been in that situation, whether it was, in my case, the best friend of someone that was going through such a depression state that they attempted suicide. This was a story floating around in the news for many people going through it, and no one was really saying anything. So I figured if I had the platform to do so, why shy away from that subject matter in the video? I think Far Away for me, I'm not saying it was a bold move on my part, but a very honest move, as it was something that I did put in my song. It's lyrically like in there as well. It's not like I went out the ordinary, like outside my own comfort zone. I tell the truth in my music. So visually, I wanted to show the honest way versus me doing a corny R&B video with me standing in the rain, broken hearted over that dude. People, I would rather tell the truth.
Were you prepared for that response, though, for the huge response, for it to be all these newspaper clippings and publicity about the topic?
No, I don't think anything prepares you for that. But when it happened, I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted the response to be. I wanted people to talk about this. And the fact that they are, whether you agree or not agree, the overall message isn't overlooked. That's all I ask for.
Great. And going forward, is there anything that you'll be doing in the future as far as like working towards suicide-related causes or?
Sure, it's a possibility. I mean, at the end of the video, I do give a helpline that people can get to, and I did a faraway dedications at yahoo.com email that people forwarded me their personal experiences, and I've been conversing back and forth with people like that. But yeah, just raising awareness my own way through music. If I can do so, I will.
You have undergone incredible physical transformation since your Flowetry days. How much weight have you lost, and how did you do it?
Since 2003, and 80 pounds, roughly 80 pounds. Yeah. So how I did it? Initially, my grandmother passed away in 2003, and I guess in dealing with her death, being away from home, and then just really being stressed out, I started to lose weight that way. It's completely unhealthy, but people started to notice that. And I think when I went back home to spend time with family, my mother just joined Weight Watchers, and I saw her lose a lot of weight. I'm like, oh, that works? Cool. Let me sign up, you log in your weight, which I think at the time was 230 pounds. And they implement a point system and a calorie counting system that is according to your weight. So I've literally applied that principle to my diet throughout 2003, 2004 till now, and it's worked for me. And I wanted to do it only because I wanted to do it. I knew I was getting lazy. I knew I was brutally misusing the fortune of being an artist and getting to have whatever I want. I can ask for whatever I want and get it. Like on my rider, it used to be Doritos, Twinkies, fried chicken, mac and cheese, you name it. I asked for it and got it because that's the perks of being, in the industry. I didn't realize I could ask for grilled chicken, brown rice, and salad and healthy things, but that doesn't sound fun.
Right.
And I guess when I realized, no, I don't play basketball as often as I used to. When I stopped playing, I continued to eat like I was a baller. Bad move. So the weight piled and piled on, but because I've always been comfortable with who I am, it didn't really matter to me until I realized I couldn't run up and down the court anymore as, swiftly as I could do once upon a time. So when that left me, so let me get back right. Let me stop being so lazy. And I knew I was being lazy. It wasn't an outside source that said, you know what, cut down. Because my image has never been a factor for me doing music. I was at the height of what was Flowetry success, being heavier than I've ever been in my life. And I think for me doing my own thing, I knew I had to be me to do it. And it just wasn't me back then. I got caught up in a new life. I came out here to the US very young and very impressionable, and I'm glad it was only food that I indulged in. Could have been a whole lot worse, but no, just a cheesesteak here and there, or 2 or 5 in one day.
So what is next for you? Where can people find Marsha?
Next for me is I'm still touring and probably will be throughout the year, as this album is everything I wanted it to be, and the response back from it has been plenty of offers to just be out on the road, and I love creating what is the album, giving it away to the people, and have everyone request their favorite song, want to hear it live. That's my favorite part, so I'm going to enjoy that in the interim. Possibly do a lot of studio work because I do have ideas for what is album 2, so I want to come off tour, literally fine tune that in the studio and go right back out. Yes, late nights and early mornings part 2.
Is that what the next album is going to be?
I mean, sonically, yes.
Okay.
Probably won't be the title, but it definitely derives from what is now. I have a format, and it is honesty. That's the key to creating good music. And I think in seeing the crowd's response for what they expect of me, I can build from that and create timeless music.